There we go. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Ian McCracken, Customer Experience Specialist. In this session, we'll be looking into how PaladinGo helps you check your inventory from anywhere, whether you're walking the aisles. My apologies, whether you're walking the aisles or out in the yard or away from the store entirely. By the end, you'll know exactly how it works, why it matters. So let's dive in and let's get started pretty quickly here. Here's our plan. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give a quick overview of PaladinGo. We're going to take a look at how it works, how it helps, and a short note on why inventory accuracy is so important. And then we'll do a hands-on demonstration for the inventory module. Think of this as your field guide for using PaladinGo confidently in day-to-day work. Before we get specific, a quick definition. A mobile point of sale, POS, is a portable version of your traditional checkout counter, a system that runs on a smartphone or tablet, basically Android or iOS. With POS, you can handle everyday tasks like processing sales, accepting payments, checking inventory, and viewing product details without being tied to a computer. PaladinGo is our POS experience designed for wherever the work happens for you. All right, let's take a closer look at what PaladinGo brings to your day-to-day workflow. PaladinGo is your mobile companion to your Paladin point of sale system. It basically puts the power of Paladin point of sale right into your hand. You can access store information while you're in the aisle, out in the yard, or anywhere where your work takes you. It lets you create purchase orders, look up inventory details, even conduct sales anywhere, anytime. It's also a great tool when you're looking at supplier shows. When you're at supplier shows, helping you make quick, informed purchase decisions on the spot. So in short, PaladinGo gives you freedom to move around, stay productive, and take Paladin point of sale with you wherever you are. Use the QR code on this slide and the next one to navigate to the App Store, and you can download PaladinGo now. Getting started is quick. Download PaladinGo from the Google Play Store or Apple App Store and enable it by navigating to Maintain and PaladinGo inside of your Paladin point of sale system. For more like purpose-built hardware, PaladinGo also runs on Datalogic's Memoir Scanner, which is great for inventory work in demanding environments. If you need extra guidance, the knowledge base article, if you go to Help Knowledge Base and search, PaladinGo is one word inside of Paladin point of sale, walks you through the setup step by step. And if you run into any problems, you can call our support line and we'll guide you through how to set up PaladinGo with your system. Here's where PaladinGo really shines. In the inventory module, you can look up any item by scanning the UPC, scanning with the UPC icon, using the magnifying glass to search, or entering part number, or entering the part number into that search field there. You'll see essentials at a quick glance, stock on hand, sales, financials, cost and prices, forecast, and stock check. And now I'll walk you through a quick demo so you can see how fast it is to get answers right from your mobile device. So just going to do a quick demo on PaladinGo here. This one's going off script for us. So I am sharing on a desktop application. So what you're seeing right now is that desktop version. Basically just giving a quick little demonstration on what you can get out of the inventory here. Grab my special part number that we've got set up for us. And just to go back one more step to show you here, I just logged into PaladinGo. To log in, super easy. You type in your employee ID. If you don't know what your employee ID is, go to log in like you normally do, and just to the left of your username, you're going to see what that ID number is right there. That's what you would use in that username field or employee ID field. And then below that, you would just type in that PIN code you use to log in or whatever password you've made to log into Paladin. Once you're in, you see you got checkout, inventory, count, purchase order, receive purchase order, that's beta, performance, and some settings that you can interface with inside PaladinGo. We're just gonna run through inventory here. I'm gonna go up to the top and just put my part number in. If you'd like, you can always use this UPC scanning icon, and that's going to pull up your camera and you can scan a UPC. And that will also pull the item up here. And this search field is, of course, the way that you would search for the item. So you can see right here, we've got our part number, we have our description, and then right below that, we got some stock on hand. Looks like we're at -283. You can see we've got nothing on order, defective, or on hold down here. And then right below that, you can see your sales figure. So we have sales, quantity sold is 276. Typical quantity is that 11.6, 11.6. And sales totals is 1,014.64. We can get all of that right from this screen here, just like you can from inventory. Financial, on your inventory module over on that left side, this is kind of the closest thing that you get with our PaladinGo. You have your investment, and this is going to be, you know, your stock on hand times your average cost, gross profit, ROI, you know, overstock quantity, overstock waste. You get some more information here that you necessarily don't get right away inside inventory unless you know where you're looking here. So it's pretty nice to be able to see those financial things. Cost and prices. You can see you've got average, market, and last cost, just like you do in your pricing section in inventory. And then here you can see your pricing levels as well. So it lets you know what your margin is for those just right out the gate. So if you're on the floor and you're trying to see what you want to price a product as, you can get that info right in your hand. And then you've got forecast. You can see we can change our stock days here if we'd like to, just like we can in inventory. And that will give us what we think our need is over that next stock day period here. We can see our demand forecasted as 69, and our forecast here cost is 183.54. And handy thing you can do here too is check stock check. No remote stock check found. We don't have it rigged up to be working right now in the system we have, at least just right here in the test environment I have. But if you have a part that stock check works for, you will be able to get your stock check from it, just like your inside inventory. And then below that, you can see a little sales graph. Just handy that you can see where your high points are. It looks like May, we've got a pretty large spike for this item. So, you know, you can pay attention to that depending on the time of the year you're in. And if you're looking at additional details, this is where you can pull up the rich description for the item, like you do in inventory and then going to that last tab there. This is also where you'd be able to see an image. In the testing environment we have set up, we weren't able to have an image, but normally you would see an image here, and then here is your rich description, the AI generated description that we get for these items. Okay. And that's essentially the inventory module. From here, you can always come in and add a part, you know, add your part number if you'd like, set your description, put your department as glass, create. Oh, we already created a part number with test. And there we go. Now we've made test 1.1. So even when you're on the floor, if you notice something that's not in your inventory, you can real quick just pop it into your inventory module and you'll be rocking and rolling. All right. That is inventory here. Go ahead and get out of that one. And we'll have time for some Q&A at the end. So if you're hanging on for that, we will have a little bit of a section for that here. Okay. Alrighty then. Sorry, had to get my little setup set right. If you'd like to explore more, our help portal has dedicated resources on PaladinGo, including the inventory module guide, PaladinGo point of sale in the palm of your hand. And don't worry if you've missed anything today, a recording will be posted at portal.paladinpos.com/webinars. You can see that link at the bottom of the slide here. And coming up next, PaladinGo, bring point of sale to your customers on March 3rd at 9 a.m. Pacific time. We'll focus on taking PaladinGo to your sales floor, yard, or anywhere your customers are using the checkout module in PaladinGo. You can register at portal.paladinpos.com/webinars. So this one will be going over that invoice and quote module inside of PaladinGo. Alrighty there. To stay sharp on retail trends, check out paladinpointofsale.com/retail science. For self-help troubleshooting and feature guides, visit portal.paladinpos.com. And remember, all webinar recordings, including today's, are available at portal.paladinpos.com/webinars. Thanks for joining us. Now we're going to move into the Q&A here. I'm opening that. And let's go to chat as well. Let's get those. Anybody have any questions? What version as of today? Oh, let me see here. This prompt is not. I've been using for about 5 or 6 months now. What is the latest version as of today? I'm not sure what the version number is. That's fully released out to the iOS or Apple store. But if you just go to your app store and then check the application there, if you don't see you have an update, you're going to have the latest version on your system there. My apologies, I don't know off the top of my head what the actual version number is there. Is there a cost for PaladinGo? I have the app on my phone, but it won't let me log in. There is a cost for PaladinGo, but it's only $10 a month for the first 6 months are free. And then after that, it's $10 a month per device. If you're having trouble logging in, you may need to sync your phone to your system. So go to help inside of Paladin and then hit knowledge base. And then just search PaladinGo as one word, and you'll be able to find the setup article. If you run into any hiccups there, just give our support staff a call, and then we'll be able to guide you through setup pretty easily. Okay. Send a new QR code. I can show that QR code again if you'd like. I'll pull that back up on the screen here. Give me just a moment. But you should just be able to go to the Apple App Store or Google Play Store, and that should, just type in PaladinGo in your search there, and you should be able to find it. It's like a little white application with a red Paladin symbol. Like if you see this right here, whoopsies, that brought me back. If you see that little red icon above the P in Paladin, little airplane we have, it's going to be a white application with that in the middle. Yes, you can. You can check that stuff from your phone. We have the, let me see here. I'll just show you something here real fast. I'll give you a little peek. If you have performance, you can view your store performance data right in there, but that's just a little sneak peek. We'll go over that a little bit more clearly in a different one. But if you just go to that performance section inside of PaladinGo, you're going to see some of your, the ability to get those performance reports right out the gate. How does it inventory like the RF guns? PaladinGo has the count module. So we'll go back into this section here. If you go into count, this is where you would go to do the counting like you would on the RF gun previously. One of our goals is to try to make this as efficient as we can. So if you're using it and you spot ways to where it's less efficient than that RF gun, or if there's things you would like to have added or modified, give us that feedback. We are working very quickly on development requests for it, and we're trying to make it as dialed as we can. You're welcome, Callie. I'll make a note of that. I'm not 100% sure how to add that, of course. That's a little bit above my pay grade. So we had somebody who mentioned that you're using PaladinPOS in the Bahamas. Awesome. Maybe I'll get sent out there for a training someday. I'm more than happy for that. You guys just let me know, and I'll be on the next plane. Company dollar, of course. It's not available in our region. Can you add it for that region too? That's a little bit above my pay grade. There may be a way for us to do it, but I will go ahead and let the people who need to know. They're probably watching right now, so they're going to see this as well. And so they'll start probably working on that, or they'll have an answer for us. What devices can be used to run PaladinGo? Phones, tablets, laptops. So if you're running on a laptop, you would just use PaladinPOS. PaladinGo is meant to run from Apple or iOS. I'm sorry, not Apple or iOS, but iOS or Android devices. So if you have an iPhone, whether that or iPad, things like that, as long as it is an iOS device, it should be able to run PaladinGo, provided it's not ancient, of course, or super old. Same thing with an Android device. Both should be able to run it totally fine. But outside of those operating systems, no, PaladinGo wouldn't work. Correct. Some of what we have going on here is going to be in our alpha, right? So it's just not 100% ready yet to be released, but it's, you know, in the next couple of weeks, it should be brought out to you guys. So what I'm looking at here is not very far ahead of where the general release is at. I just have a more updated Paladin on this side, which lets it talk to PaladinGo a little bit differently. So yes, some of what I'm showing you isn't available quite yet, but that's just due to how versioning works between Paladin and the application. So that will be available very, very shortly if you saw anything that wasn't available to you yet. Yes, the performance part of the app is going to be grayed out for right now. But again, anything that I showed you that's not quite available is going to be available in the next few weeks. What I'm running is not very far ahead of what you guys have. All right, looks like that's the end of the questions. Are there any other questions for people here before we head out? Okay, I have had items on Paladin that keeps getting deleted the next day. Why is that? You know, that's a very good question. That this necessarily isn't the forum to answer in, but I think that's a very, very good question. I would call our support staff. So call 800-725-2346. It's 800-725-2346. Go ahead and call one of our support staff and we'll work on that with you. We'll have to do maybe a little troubleshooting on that. But thank you for bringing that to our attention. All right, if I don't see any questions in the next minute or two here, might be getting to be that time. All righty then. Seems like we're good to go. Okay, well, it was a pleasure working with y'all today. I had fun showing what's going on with PaladinGo, and I'm excited about the tool. I'm very, very excited to see it. It's a step forward for us. I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to a lot of people using it, and you know, I'm good to move on past those RF guns. I've troubleshot them enough in my days. Awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate you and I appreciate you coming by. If you guys have any questions, feel free to give us a call anytime. We are, you know, always by the phones ready to help you guys out. So thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure. I'll look forward to talking to y'all next week and have a good one.